Hey, welcome to the 4th episode of In the Jam Room. My name's Ryan. Today we are going to do an episode on my band. We just recently released an album, so I figured, what the hell. Now, the only problem with that is usually I'm the host of the show, so today I'm going to change things up a bit, and my son's going to be the host of the show today. So let's go in and see what's going on.
Just in time, I finally found out how this will work.
Alright, so this guy's going to run the show for this episode. Jordan, say hi.
What's up?
Alright, here we go.
You didn't say hi.
Yeah. No, what did you win?
Hi, welcome back to Within the Jam Room. I'm here with Ibn Fury. How are you guys doing?
Doing good?
Doing great. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good-ish.
A little nervous, huh?
Right here,
It's
yeah.
okay. So, let's get to the interview. So, first, tell us a little about yourself. What got you into the band, and yeah,
Okay.
start with...
With me? Basically, I got into music because I was a young kid and I heard some wicked punk albums like NoFX and, it was Rancid, Lagwagon, Offspring, and once I heard those bands, I just wanted to do what they do, and eventually I bought a drum set when I was really young and decided, hey, let's start some bands, and worked my way around the drum set a little bit, and eventually came to Edmonton and found these guys. So, yeah.
But how did you find these guys? I thought that was the question.
Let's see, I found these guys on Kijiji, but it wasn't really these guys. It was some other guys, and then those guys left.
I was there. I'm not the other guy.
Yeah, you were there, but you were the bass player.
Yes.
You weren't the singer, yeah.
What a loser.
But,
So I didn't count. What he's saying is I didn't count.
It's a double negative.
So
Yeah.
you two are basically like
I feel like the third wife right now.
yeah, I guess you could say we're like the original members, sort of.
Sort
We're the
of, but-
original, yeah.
Yeah.
But the band morphed and changed, and we even changed names and all that stuff. So. Yeah. Go ahead.
My name's Ryan. I play bass. I've been playing bass all my life. I'm older than all these young kids.
Barely.
By a lot. By a lot. I just fell in love with music and had the bug, and stylistically a little different than these guys. I like my hard rock, my Motley Crues, my AC/DCs, my Poison. Don't laugh. Guys who wear makeup are cool.
Talking.
Rocking with Dawkin. So yeah, I saw an ad on Kijiji. I was actually playing in an 80s hair metal band in this jam room many years ago, and saw an ad that a band that played 80s metal was looking for a bass player, and I wanted to play more bass, so I answered the ad and came up to audition, and they were a 90s cover band by that point, so
We morphed a lot. There's a lot.
and I just kept playing with them, and
We tricked him.
they tricked me. But then I got them back. I left for a while, and then I came crawling back and begged for my job back, and they realized they can't find someone who puts up with the crap like I do, so
There's just very few bassists out there. We didn't have a choice.
Yeah, we
Guys?
really had no choice.
Anyone?
you can take it. There's
Looking for a replacement. Call now.
100 at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
if you're a pretty girl,
Stay away.
Yes.
call me. 1-800-LONELY.
100 desperate.
All right.
All right. I'm Dennis. I'm the singer. I started very young with music, loving music. I got into guitar when I was really young. I played for a lot of years, and then I learned I had a voice and started recording original songs with a friend of mine, and slowly got better at guitar, worked my way up to that, joined bands when I was young here and there, had a metal band way back, kind of far. This band kind of started when I auditioned for an 80s hair metal cover band playing bass, because I was asked, hey, can you play bass? I said I never did, but let me learn some of the songs. And
that easy.
It is. She's pretty easy. But I got sick of it and quit.
Because you couldn't handle it.
Because it must have been that.
The difficulty level is way too high.
But it was funny because it was in this jam room,
Yeah.
which is the name of the show. So this jam room kind of morphed with different members and players, and joined a band. This guy joined our 80s band, and then we just kind of grew from there and changed a few
band kinda
members, and I
disbanded
became
there.
singer again, and yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm Adam, play guitar, playing probably for 17 years. I guess my love of music was from my parents growing up listening to classic rock and 80s. I'm still there. I'm with you. You make fun of it. Well, I gotta make fun of you. It's not worse.
It's part of the bassist position.
Yeah.
Can you take a joke?
Yeah. Poor Jason. But yeah, playing in bands growing up, and moved to Edmonton from Ontario. Yeah, and then I guess a couple years after I moved out, I guess it's more than that, but it doesn't matter. Answered an ad on Muso List.
Is that where you found us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking for anywhere to put it up.
For guitar player.
I don't even remember why I was on there. Like I think I was just searching for.
He fell for the trap, too.
Yeah, trapped.
Well, he was worried about being trapped.
Yeah, but that was obviously after we were the Natural Disasters. Then
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
cover band.
Yeah,
still,
cover
yeah.
band. That was the '90s cover band for sure.
Yeah.
And then more. I guess it morphed into what we are now.
Yeah. All right. Next question. How did you guys get together?
The internet.
Well, we kind of just answered it there, but
it was on the internet. We all mistyped porn and found each other.
basically we
got an M.
I guess we were a cover band, so we basically just changed our name and
We started writing originals. That's when we really found out. Like we all come from such a diverse. I think to a certain degree, we like certain things the same, but we all have different.
we have overlapping.
Yeah, ones that probably I would say dominant. We're fans
Influence?
of certain dominant influences that are slightly different, and I think it came together really well. And we kind of I think the writing process came together a lot easier than some bands, and we kind of all respected each other's way of doing things and morphed into Within the Fury. I think the sound is unique because of that.
All right. Which brings me to the next question. How did you come up with the name Within the Fury?
That was a long process.
Yeah, it was about 3 months of lots of messenger
least
texts, fights.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I don't know. I was out of the band at that point.
That's true. Disagreement.
Honestly, my reasoning was I wanted to be able to make WTF T-shirts. I just think it's an
That's what
awesome
I think
T-shirt
that's
idea.
after,
So
like-
that was
Like trying to figure out like over 1,000 names.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Okay, and then it was like, what is something?
Yeah.
Let's go with that acronym, and then
We still came with other names to the table that weren't
Yeah.
WTF, but that was
Yeah.
kind of one of the things.
But it took a good 3
we
months.
also
I'd say.
had a rhythm guitar player at that point too.
yeah, we did.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
All right. So I understand that you guys just released a new album.
We sure did. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. What is your guys' favorite song from that album?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Who are you asking?
Well, probably individually.
I'll go with Reignite.
Okay.
Reignite?
I love that tune. I think it's great. I mean, they're all great. But that's just my favorite.
I gotta give my love to the punk song. The I like Junkie song. It's fast as hell, but it's fun.
My favorite is probably Exit Solution, but Lost is always
Lost
going
is
to
a pretty
be
close one.
one of my favorites because of my input in it.
Yeah, we took your song and morphed it into a Within the Fury song.
Yeah. So kind of a dual.
Metalized.
No tuning change. I guess for me, I don't know. I would most likely be Irrelevant.
Really?
Yeah.
I find it weird. I didn't know that we all like different songs.
Yeah.
This is gonna be weird when we make up set lists.
There's just a lot.
You didn't know that? I knew that totally going in. That's why set lists are so fun.
All right. So when you guys were introducing yourselves, I've heard a lot of you say that you were in bands previous before this.
Mhm.
What were some of those bands? What were they like compared to this one?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I've been in a few bands and jammed with buddies, but the last band I was in was Left in Line, a band where we started in Jasper. We even tried moving to Vancouver. It didn't work out very well, as we found out it's a very expensive place to live. Moved back to Jasper. Eventually took a little break from music because you were born.
A big sigh.
So I
You
took,
crushed my dreams.
I took 2 years off because it was a little rough there. But then I got back into drums and we moved around and eventually came back to Edmonton and answered a Kijiji ad and here I am.
This is your first band in Edmonton?
Yeah, I was jamming with one of my buddies who, oddly enough, was from my hometown. And I met him at a concert, didn't even know he was out here. But he looked like somebody I recognized, so I yelled out his nickname, and the guy turned around, and I'm like, holy shit, it's freaking him. So we jammed out for a little bit, but then he moved back to Ontario, so, yeah.
I didn't know that we were your first and only band in Alberta.
Yeah.
You know.
Technically, no.
Getting over quick.
Technically, just in Edmonton, because Jasper was Alberta, too.
I don't count that as Alberta. Bunch of hippies.
He was born there.
I'm sorry. Hippie.
Huh?
Oh, me now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that we were going in order. I just...
Oh, well, any of you guys.
I was just trying to be polite.
No, it's my first band in Edmonton too, technically.
Yeah.
I tried out for a couple bands before this band.
And what, they
We're
didn't
good
take
enough?
you, or you just didn't?
We were the only one who thought he was any good.
Yeah. the one guy was
This guy's got an ego, but look at him go. No.
Wow, we suck, but with him here we look better.
Yeah. We need him in our band, man.
the one guy we
What,
had
cookies?
before you guys was kind of weird. He was like very hardcore about which whatever is all amazing, like touring and stuff, and just stuff that didn't really line up with my life at that point, anyways. I mean, I guess the only other notable band that because the same thing, I've jammed with people, been in other bands, but there's a band called Last Breath when I was in high school.
That's sweet.
And it was all we literally covered. We had a couple of originals, but it was mostly classic rock, trying to cover Led Zeppelin and
I remember you telling me about
Black
that.
Sabbath and all that stuff.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
I think I had probably two. Again, jamming around with a lot of buddies, a lot of high school buddies. We tried in high school to form a band and even do some covers. Never really happened. But then just shortly after high school, I joined a band with a couple friends, and we ended up. We had a band name was Zamonic Aphasia, because our guitar player, who was kind of in charge of the whole band and decided everything, he was one of those guys. Wanted that, and we're like, after
Google friendly.
it was we're like Zamonic Aphasia. I can't even remember the meaning. Probably the biggest band I had before this was called Dead Ring, metal band, and I was singer for that. Did pretty good. Actually played some pretty big shows, sort of for local stuff. But yeah, that was about 4 years, and then I
we're
quit.
not your first.
No, I quit music other than acoustic and just jamming out myself and creating some originals and just basically keeping with it for a little bit for 5 years before Mike called me and said, "Hey, do you want to play bass?" And then that's where it kind of all spawned from getting back up again. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
And I just don't jam with people. I've just been in bands, and if I'm not in a band, I'm not in a band. I was in an 80s hard rock band with Mike.
Yeah.
Got him to play bass, phenomenal guitar player, and we played together once 4 or 5 years. Left them, and then I started playing with the guy who owns this place. It was like a Motley Crue kind of tribute thing, and then we left that singer, continued on, and then we left that drummer and continued on for a few years of Sleaze and then joined these guys, and I was dating the singer of that band, and we split, and well, I just stayed here because I had nowhere else to go, and they screwed me over on their 80s music. And then I left for a bit. The buddy actually from Sleaze Dolls, he was in a band called Dead City Dolls, and they needed a bass player, and it seemed like a great opportunity, and I tried to do both and just couldn't, so I went with them and played a couple of big shows. The biggest was we opened up for Scott Whelan, which was fucking cool.
That's huge.
And then just where they were going, they wanted to go for everything, and I wanted to. It just wasn't allowing for it, and then I just kind of kept in touch with Ryan the whole time, and kind of came back, and hopefully things are well. And they don't hate me too much for going for a younger model for a little bit.
Younger? Were they really young?
Like we said earlier, it was out of necessity. We couldn't find any.
That's why I chose bass as a child. I was like, nobody plays bass.
Such a nice thing to say. We welcome them back with open arms just because we couldn't find
We're
them.
very hardwired. Cool.
Okay, next question. Besides the genre you play already, what is your favorite style of music?
Ooh. I mean, we do incorporate a little bit of punk, but I like punk music. That's my number 1 or 2. I like metal, punk, classic rock, but if I had to pick just one, I'd go with the punk. It's energetic, keeps you going, rocking.
I like a lot. I mean, we're metal, honestly. I've said it before, and I hate the term hair metal, but really my passion's in that 80s hair metal, that hard rock, the Motley Crues, the Cinderella. Love that. I never would play it. I also really love country music, which you guys make fun of me for.
I didn't know, but now I will.
You didn't?
No.
Not when I go see Garth Brooks or George Jones tributes or Steve Earle.
I thought it was for a girl, to be honest.
No, it's for me, buddy. I like it. It's for
Should've just
someone.
went with it. I was giving you an out, dude.
No. But I mean, metal, I grew up in that era. I just love the musicianship and the image, and I just hate the term hair metal. It's so derogatory, but that's how you describe
That's
it.
the nice way to describe
Like,
it.
you can't be like, I like 80s metal.
Yeah.
Also, you're into Megadeth and Slayer. Well, yeah, I'm into
Iron
them
Maiden.
too,
But more,
Yeah,
glam
so-
or what do you think? Is glam metal? No, that's not a thing.
because glam metal gets more to the 70s type
Yeah,
stuff,
pretty
where
much,
the
yeah.
T-Rex and Slade and shit like that.
For me, it's pretty much, I'd say, like rock. Like I'm still fond of like the '90s grunge, sort of, but more like the Alice in Chains, Soundgarden. I mean, there's all elements of that in the music we play now. It's like I say, that's what I like about our band is can't really define it. It's metal, but it's not.
Because even those bands, they're metal bands.
Yeah,
They just,
exactly.
at the time,
Yeah.
couldn't be called metal because
So-
metal was a bad word
Yeah.
due to my band.
But I also like classics like Eric Clapton, Elton John. I actually really wanted to go to his concert. So my soonest, like my earliest memories were me listening to him on the headphones when I was like 3 or something like that.
Nice.
Dad put it on and all that stuff. So I have lots of influences from everywhere too.
No, I pretty much I have all that as well, but my main genre is like metal, and it's
You're the metal.
not like I like almost every subgenre. Like it doesn't really matter.
yeah, and you're into a lot of underground, math, progressive metal, like
soak up anything. I'm like a sponge.
Doom metal.
the heavier it is, and
I like it all.
and
I like my
technical,
dose
you like
of
your
metal.
technical metal, like
Yeah.
where it's very like
That's very right. Yeah.
Well, yeah. My favorite band is a metal band, Protest the Hero. If I had to pick an alternate to metal, punk.
and I'm wearing my diamond shirt.
All right, so these next few questions are just kind of finish this off a little bit off topic, but okay, more than a little bit.
Okay.
I like The Simpsons. I don't like The Bachelor.
Okay, first up, pineapple on pizza. Do you like it or not?
Absolutely.
No.
Never,
Pineapple
ever.
is totally fine.
No.
Blue is the pizza.
No,
I'm with him.
Totally doesn't.
It does. You can't even pick it
Totally
off because the pineapple gets into the sauce. Oh, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I'm with you.
The juice
I don't have anyone
Exactly.
against putting pineapple on their pizza, but
We're not splitting it.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
No half and half of pineapples involved.
You got it. Get it out of my face.
3 to 2.
You guys are
Guys,
pineapple?
I don't even know you anymore.
I'm mostly
I
just eat pepperoni.
don't wanna know
and
you
cheese,
anymore.
but I'll eat ham and pineapple. Doesn't
That's
bother me.
fair.
She's like, pineapple? I don't know you anymore. I don't want to know you.
I like pineapple and I like pizza. I don't like them together.
Yeah.
I just don't like pineapple, but I don't like it on pizza. I don't really like vegetables, so I don't like that on pizza
You
either.
don't eat vegetables.
But you can pick through it like other stuff, right? But
That's
pineapple,
why you
it
have
juices
scurvy.
through. You can't get scurvy in this day and age. They cured it when they defeated the pirates in 1873.
Goat. Sorry.
Well, I didn't know you were
I
a
know you're
doctor. Sorry,
such a
Doogie.
sturdy in here.
Just smart.
All right, next one.
All right, pancake or waffle?
Pancake.
I would say
Pancake all the
pancakes.
way.
I'd say pancakes too,
Yeah.
honestly.
I like waffles though.
Yeah.
They're nice.
See, if I don't have to cook them, I'm going with waffles. But if I got to cook them, cleanup of waffles is a pain in the ass.
that's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with waffles.
Don't you just like put the Teflon and the waffles are done and pancakes are in a...
No, to clean it out and shit. Those things aren't fun to clean out.
I don't know. I don't mind like Eggos. Like I'll buy those sometimes
Yeah,
in the
like
toaster.
Those are.
But yeah,
Those-
it's pancakes. Like if I go to Denny's or whatever, it's
Yeah.
pancakes.
I like the ones when you go to the hotels and you get the complimentary.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've had that.
And
Yeah,
those-
yeah. The
they're
big,
the big-
giant ones.
Yeah.
I don't
Those
like
are
those
good.
either. I'm pancakes
Belgian.
all the way.
Belgian.
So what? We're all waffles or wait?
Pancakes.
I don't know.
Oh,
Pancakes.
pancakes.
You're the waffler.
You're the waffle.
In more ways than one.
I thought I was convincing you guys.
That sounds like
'Cause you guys are all like, yeah, those. Pancakes.
It's something you do with people with crazy ideas. You kind of pacify them with, yeah, idiot. Yeah.
He's the waffler. It sounds like some villain or something.
Twirl his beard.
We found him waffled and wearing plaid.
Where's Aunt Jemima?
Yelling at the pineapple.
Did you guys hear Yanny or Laurel?
I've heard of it. I have
That
heard.
one I've never.
I heard
tried.
both. I heard both. I heard one day and
What was
then the
that
next
again?
day.
Because that was
I
just
heard the
recently,
others.
right?
Yeah, it was like
it was both words just like merged.
Yeah,
on
they're
top of each
pancakes.
other.
Oh, so it's a visual thing?
no, it's a word
No,
thing.
it's a
Then
word
you play
thing.
it's an audio
Here.
thing. It's
It's
kind of like
two
that
questions.
one with the two faces. You see a vase or a vase.
Yes.
Okay, right. Always see Batman.
Okay, well, let's just try.
Where's Batman?
Yeah, may as well bring it up. Why not?
Oh, here we go.
Pad?
Do you have your volume on even?
You will leave all these things in, right? Where you're
I was
helping
gonna
him
check
how to
that.
use tech.
I was going to check.
Here we go.
What?
Laurel.
Laurel.
So I can hear both of them.
What's the other one you're supposed
I
to
can't hear
do?
Yanny at
Yanny
all.
or Laurel?
Oh, there. Here, Yanny, there.
I can't. I just
I
hear
mostly
Laurel.
hear Laurel, but I
Yeah.
can hear.
How am I hearing two totally different things? Because maybe it was in my head afterwards?
No,
now I
it's-
hear
they're
Yanny.
both in there. One's in the high frequency, one's in the low.
Oh, so they separated afterwards.
Yeah,
That's
so
what that
you'll-
was. Okay.
I think they put them on top of each other.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
if Yanny's in the high
now
frequency,
it's
that's
So
why,
weird.
because I
Even
don't
last time I heard it, I heard
range
Laurel.
to
Now I'm hearing Yanny.
You're hearing
Yeah,
Yanny?
that's-
Yeah.
I'm hearing Laurel.
I heard Laurel, and then at the end I heard Yanny.
Maybe it's like a test for like that. I can't remember what show it was where they had that whistle, like only people under 25 could hear the noise, and they're all
No, it has
like,
something
"Oh,
to
I
do
hear
with
it too."
like,
I'd have to do that.
the frequencies that you're paying attention to. Because if it's the lower
Yeah,
ones,
that's
you're
probably
hearing.
exactly.
I don't know.
As a
some
bass
weird,
player,
like-
I'd hear the lower one. And your cymbal hurts my ear, so I can't hear too good. Answer the phone.
It's always the drummer's fault.
Yours is out of your mind. This is my
It pretty much
ears.
is.
Exactly. And years ago, he sat on this side of the drummer. I'm so screwed.
Okay, if you had to, which style of diving would you prefer? Scuba or sky?
Oh, I'll go. Ooh.
Scuba.
Yeah, I'll go scuba too.
That's a tough one, actually.
It is.
I still want to go skydiving, but I know
Someone's gonna. Have
Someone
to
I lived
push me
with
out of
that
fucking plane.
did scuba diving, had some pictures. I'm like, man, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm torn because skydiving scares me and scuba diving does too. But then I'm thinking like Point Break is awesome. I could be like Patrick Swayze jumping out of the plane skydiving,
What
And
if you
then-
go? What if you
or I could be scuba
skydive?
diving like Jason Statham and fighting a Meg.
Can you skydive and into a
with scuba gear and
Jason Statham could.
Yeah, Statham did.
It's called a Navy SEAL. They do that.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Seals ever heard of damn? That was a dumb Charlie Sheen
I'm
movie.
gonna say skydive because I think that'd be the ultimate rush, and that's
Skydive?
He's
But it's
sky,
like
I'm
so
scuba.
close
He's
to
scuba.
I'm on the fence.
There's no fence in scuba or.
that's one of the,
That's the point. There's no.
I'm gonna puss out and not do either and collect their royalties when they die.
You'll be owing money, believe me.
Yeah.
You're just
Oh, I already am.
it's gonna be the worst interview ever.
Yeah.
worst show ever, just from us answering.
might be close.
Typically, when you interview a band, you prop them up and you say, "No, you guys were the best."
No, he's pretty honest.
I wonder where he gets that from.
Yeah. His honesty.
Well, that's all I got for you guys. So,
Okay, let's do it.
all right, let's hear some metal.
die.